The 21.5 Unbreakable Laws of Selling is a comprehensive guide to the art of selling by Jeffrey Gitomer. The book provides a practical and actionable framework that salespeople can use to become more effective in their profession. It covers a wide range of topics, including prospecting, closing, handling objections, building relationships, and more. The first law of selling is to believe in what you are selling. Gitomer argues that if you don't believe in your product or service, you will never be able to convince others to buy it. He recommends that salespeople take the time to fully understand their product or service and its benefits before trying to sell it. The second law of selling is to never sell on price. Gitomer argues that customers are willing to pay more for products and services that they perceive as having more value. He recommends that salespeople focus on communicating the value of their products and services rather than trying to compete on price. The third law of selling is to prepare to win. Gitomer argues that successful salespeople are always prepared and have a plan for every interaction with a customer. He recommends that salespeople take the time to research their prospects, anticipate their objections, and prepare their responses in advance. The fourth law of selling is to build relationships. Gitomer argues that sales is all about building relationships and that salespeople should focus on developing long-term relationships with their customers. He recommends that salespeople take the time to get to know their customers, understand their needs, and provide value beyond their products and services. The fifth law of selling is to create a positive first impression. Gitomer argues that first impressions are critical in sales and that salespeople should strive to create a positive impression from the very beginning. He recommends that salespeople dress professionally, be punctual, and be prepared for every meeting. The sixth law of selling is to know your customer. Gitomer argues that successful salespeople have a deep understanding of their customers and their needs. He recommends that salespeople take the time to research their prospects, ask questions, and listen carefully to their responses. The seventh law of selling is to ask the right questions. Gitomer argues that asking the right questions is essential to understanding your customers' needs and building trust. He recommends that salespeople ask open-ended questions that encourage dialogue and allow them to gain a deeper understanding of their customers. The eighth law of selling is to be a problem solver. Gitomer argues that successful salespeople are problem solvers who are focused on helping their customers achieve their goals. He recommends that salespeople listen carefully to their customers' needs and provide solutions that meet those needs. The ninth law of selling is to be a good listener. Gitomer argues that listening is a critical skill for salespeople and that it is essential to building trust and understanding your customers' needs. He recommends that salespeople listen carefully to their customers and ask follow-up questions to gain a deeper understanding of their needs. The 10th law of selling is to be persistent. Gitomer argues that persistence is essential to sales success and that successful salespeople never give up. He recommends that salespeople be persistent in their follow-up and always look for ways to add value to their customers. The 11th law of selling is to focus on the customer's needs. Gitomer argues that successful salespeople are focused on meeting their customers' needs rather than their own needs. He recommends that salespeople take the time to understand their customers' needs and provide solutions that meet those needs. The 12th law of selling is to be proactive. Gitomer argues that successful salespeople are proactive and take the initiative to create opportunities for themselves. He recommends that salespeople take the time to research their prospects, identify their needs, and proactively reach out to them.